Makeup by Mario just released a new foundation. We're gonna be putting this to the test, okay? We're gonna see if this is oily skin approved. We're gonna wear this for the entire day, and I'm gonna let you know if this is worth your $50. Yes, $50, okay? Including tax and everything. Vamos a ver, because that is quite the price tag. Now, if you guys watched my review on the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation, then I'm sure that you're excited for this one, because a lot of you guys requested that one and this one. So if you watched that, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please go ahead and watch it. I have it linked down below. Both $50 foundation. So let's see which one is gonna be good for us oily skin people. High Glam, you guys need to watch that to get my full in-depth opinion, but let's get into the Makeup by Mario. So vamos a ver. I did pick this up from Sephora, and let me pull up some information because I want to give you as in-depth as I can with everything. I did pick up the shade 8N, which is a light medium with neutral undertone. Let's see how this goes for us today. This is supposed to be a medium coverage, fragrance-free, cruelty-free. It gives us natural finish. It's vegan and non-comedogenic. It's a foundation with a natural finish and weightless medium coverage that smooths and blurs for second skin effect, provides all-day shine control and up to 16 hours of hydration. So let's see. Like always, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this side, and I'm gonna be taking my sponge and I'm just gonna pump some of this foundation out. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. That's what it looks like. Very liquidy foundation. You can see it's running quickly. Ooh, it feels nice. Ooh, okay. I don't know if this shade's gonna work. It looks a little light. I should have gone on with the next shade up. Can we make this work? Oh, I don't know. Now, I will say though, this is neutral. It's not pulling warm, but I think the shade is light. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Maybe this will be like a deep winter shade, not even though. I probably should have gone for the next shade up, which was, I think was 11.5 of the neutrals. Oh yeah, this looks pretty light. I feel like I am so scared of going too warm that I am like going now too light, and this is an issue for me right now. That one foundation, which one was it? I think maybe it was the one by Benefit. It was like way too yellow. And there was another foundation I recently tried that was like way too orange. So I'm like, I'm trying my best. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new shade if I like this. But first impressions, it looks nice. I mean, it covered all the redness. Do you see? Covered all the redness. Bonitas, we're gonna make this work. I know the shade is off, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, first impressions, coverage is really good. It also feels very lightweight, which I really like. And honestly, this feels more weightless than the one by Natasha Denona, which is a good thing. This is what I get for ordering online. I did the same day delivery because I did not want to go in store. I had a lot of things to do yesterday, and now I'm like, I should have gone in store. This is what we have, but you can see it covers the redness really well. Right? Pretty similar to how the Natasha Denona covered a lot of that redness, which is fantastic. It just wasn't the foundation for my skin type. But I'm gonna go ahead and take some more on the back of my hand, and we're gonna make this work. Okay, so I'm gonna take a brush. I'm just gonna be using the Lawless brush, and I'm going to be applying this all throughout. Yeah, the next shade up was the shade 11 and the shade 11.5. I think I could go to the shade 11 and be good, because this shade right here is, it's a little light. So we're gonna try to look past that, bonitas. For now, I'm gonna warm this face up and we're gonna see how this does. We're gonna focus today more so on the formula than the color. So as painful as it is right now to see this color not work the best, we're gonna look past that. But guess what? My mistakes are good, because then you can avoid making these mistakes. So we're definitely not the shade 8. Wait, is this 8 or 8.5? Yeah, we're definitely not the shade 8N. I feel like now it looks a little bit better because it's on the full face and it's not like half of it was red. So we look like this. It definitely has a glow to it. I do feel you could also see my texture, like the texture looks a little enhanced here, but I do feel like this is a very, very lightweight formula. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. Like it feels very, very lightweight, very skin-like. I also do want to touch it. Ooh, it's not really that sticky. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I don't like when foundations are too sticky. This does not feel sticky. This feels good. Okay, now that it's on, like fully, it doesn't look too insane. Definitely still lighter, but doesn't look too insane. Yeah, so this is supposed to provide all day shine control and up to 16 hours of hydration, weightless medium coverage that smooths and blurs. Definitely really like the fact that this is giving us really good medium coverage. But for me personally, with like all the like little textures that I have on my skin, I don't think it's giving me the most blurring effect. Also, somebody that does have oily skin, you can still see the radiance, but it doesn't look like oily radiance. It looks like a healthy glow as of right now. I probably will go ahead and take some what's it called? Some powder and just pat that in to, you know, set that into place. But you can see it looks like this. So yeah, it looks not bad. It does not look bad, which I like. I think I'm liking this first impressions a little bit better than I like the Natasha Denona one. But obviously what's gonna really tell us is how it wears. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, really go in and bronze up, and then I will be back with my first initial thoughts and we can start this wear test. Right now it is 8:23 in the morning. So let me quickly glam it up and then we can start the day. Hey bonitas, I am back. And this is what the foundation looks like on the skin. Right now it is 8:57 in the morning, which you can see. So, okay, let's talk, because the last time you saw me, I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to work? It is light. But once I went in and did all my bronzing and blush and all that stuff, it looks pretty good. Like, I don't think that you can see like a huge difference of the fact that it looked like it was much lighter than my complexion. So that I am definitely appreciative of. I will definitely be doing a natural lighting clip so you can really see how it looks with the natural light. But right now, I have to say, I think it looks fine. Now, recommendation to mis bonitas would be definitely swatch it if you can. Go in store at Sephora and swatch it, or definitely go one shade up, which I think is the shade 11 or 11.5. I'll have it in my description box, but I think that will be better suited, more of a close match to the complexion than this shade. This shade is a little lighter. It's lighter, so definitely, maybe in the winter this will be like a perfect match, but right now I definitely had to play around with the bronzer. Now I didn't have to go in with too much bronzer, but I definitely did have to, you know, bronze up and really kind of create that dimension on the face. I do want to point out that I only applied powder on the under eyes because I do crease. I didn't apply powder anywhere else, so this is pretty much what the foundation looks like on its own, and I think it looks nice. Like, I feel like with the Natasha Denona one, I had to go in and set some of the places that I like to set, so like the midsection I had to set, but with this one it doesn't look too overly dewy for me to feel like, okay, let me go ahead and set. Like, the radiance isn't too intense at the start of the day, but there is radiance. Like, there's definitely a natural radiance from within, but it doesn't look bad. Do I think this is blurring and smoothing on my complexion? No, but then again, like I mentioned, I have texturized skin, and I don't think anything's gonna just completely blur out my imperfections. But the coverage and just the fact that it's so weightless, I definitely do really like. So those are pretty much my first initial thoughts. And I also really like the fact that it's not sticky. I love when a foundation isn't sticky, which tends to be kind of rare. I feel like a lot of foundations end up being sticky and just kind of like come off super easily, but this one is looking nice. So I'm impressed right now so far. So far, the only thing that really took me out was the color, but now that everything's on and in place, I think it all worked out. So I'm happy about that. But nos vemos así. And I'm gonna go ahead and carry on with the rest of my day. You will see me for my natural lighting clip. And then of course at the end of the day for my final thoughts to let you know if this is worth the $48 to $50 or not. So keep watching. But this is what we're looking like. This is what the Makeup by Mario foundation looks like in the natural lighting, which you can see definitely has like a healthy glow. but not as like intense and dewy, I feel like, as I would think it is. Now, this does claim to have a natural finish. So again, I'm not going into this expecting this to be matte or like perfect for oily skin, but I do think it looks pretty right now. It looks pretty, and honestly, the color doesn't look bad once in natural light, which is something I was worried about when we were first reviewing it, which you saw, but the color, not bad. So this is what it's looking like. I think this is a true neutral though, which is good because I feel like a lot of neutral shades, and you guys have seen that, have not been the best lately, but this is like a good true neutral, and I like that. So this is what we're looking like in Luz Natural. Right now it is 11:34 in the morning, so I will continue wearing this. You'll see me at the end of the day for my final thoughts to see how this wears, but right now, pretty good. And the color, me gusta. It worked well with the rest of my products, which is a plus, because the last thing I needed was to look ghostly, but we don't, so yeah. Okay, bonitas, I am back. So right now it is 10:33 p.m. But if you noticed, it is the next day, okay? And no, I did not wear this foundation for almost 2 days. This is what happened. I wore the foundation for the entire day yesterday. I ended up staying at my parents' house, and I completely forgot that I was filming this review. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. I forgot. I took off the makeup and everything. But I'm like, I'm going to just redo the same look the next day, and I'm going to wear this for the entire day. So I redid the same look, and this is pretty much exactly how we were looking yesterday. So I wanted to show you how this wore for the entire day. I have like my little mic, and I'm talking into the mic, but you can see, I mean, by 10 p.m., we're looking very dewy. Now, I will say it's still intact, and I'm impressed with the fact that it didn't come off easily, which is really nice. This definitely needs some blotting if I wanted to continue to wear it. Now, I don't like comparing foundations too much, but I would say this foundation I do prefer over the Natasha Denona one. It's a few dollars cheaper, but I do think that this on my skin just looks a little bit better. It does feel more natural and weightless than the Natasha Denona one. So this is the one that I would suggest. Now, I will say though, this color, you guys saw in the beginning, wasn't the perfect match. So I would go a shade or two up from this if you are my complexion. Again, just keep in mind I am like still my summer complexion, which is maybe why it's off a little bit. I think maybe for the winter this could work well, but still. But I will say for the undertones, I think it's good. I feel like this didn't look yellow or orange, like it looked like a neutral, so that's nice. But I just wanted to point that out in case you were curious about this. Now, another thing I do want to mention is that I feel like with this foundation, this would definitely work best for the person that has normal to dry skin. If you have very, very oily skin, this is what it's going to look like at the end of the day. Pretty dewy, so just keep that in mind, you know? I still think my favorite foundation for oily skin is the Anastasia foundation that came out, but that's just my personal opinion. So let me know your thoughts. Is this something that you would want to check out or not? Are you interested? Are you not interested? Like I said, I do prefer this one over Natasha Denona, but we still look dewy. So if I wanted to continue wearing this, I would have to go in and blot. But I think overall, it did well in terms of it's still on the face really well. It didn't oxidize. It didn't feel heavy. So those are good things, but it just really depends on your preference. So let me know down below in the comment section, bonitas. Let's go ahead and chat. Is this something that you would be checking out or no? Let's talk. So that being said, bonitas, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing these videos. Also, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And that being said, don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.